Hey there, and welcome back to Living Color with Matt Woodward. Welcome to 2023. Today, I just wanted to go over one of my favorite albums of 2022, and it's an album that I didn't really see a lot of hype about, didn't see a lot of reviews or a lot of reactions to. And maybe it's because there was a long break between these albums, but this is one, to me at least, this is a very underrated group. In music today, and every time we get a project from these guys, it's always special. And today, of course, I'm talking about Broken Bell's 2022 album, Into the Blue. This is the third album by James Mercer of the Shins and producer extraordinaire Danger Mouse. Their last album was 2014's After the Disco, so it's been 7-8 years now. And they've dropped a couple kind of teaser tracks letting people know that a potential project was on the way with Shelter and Good Luck, a song that I really enjoyed that was released, I believe, in 2019 that didn't make this album. But there was always kind of those hints that maybe Broken Bells could be back. Maybe there's something on the way. There's always I believe there was an interview that said that they were working on an album when the pandemic hit, and they kind of scratched their plans from there and kind of reworked things. But this album, Into the Blue, it really was one of my favorite albums of 2022. And like I said, there really wasn't a lot of reviews for it. There wasn't a lot of hype. It just kind of, they dropped a couple singles like Saturdays. That was one of my favorite songs and one of my most played songs of 2022. I love that song the second I heard it. That song is a classic jam to me already. It's one of my favorite Broken Bell songs, right up there with The High Road and The Ghost Inside. It's classic. I love that freaking song. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, wow, Broken Bells, they're coming back. And then Love on the Run, and so they've had those couple teaser tracks. It was like, man, maybe Broken Bells could be back this year. Last year, now that's 2023, but still, I was really looking forward to this album, and when it dropped, I was not disappointed, and I picked up the vinyl almost immediately. And so today, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over the limited edition purple vinyl of Broken Bell's 2022 album, Into the Blue. Like I said, I really loved this album. As soon as it dropped, I played it, all on my runs when I was cruising around, working out. I mean, this album was really one of my most played in 2022, and I believe it was right. I made I'm making lists of, my top 250 favorite albums of all time, my favorite albums of 2022. And this album, I believe, was in my top 5 of 2022. As soon as it was released, I loved it. And like I said, when the single Saturdays dropped, I played that song. I played that song on repeat. I remember driving to the mountains out here in Colorado, and I just put that song on repeat, and it was a sunny day. I had the windows down on the interstate, and I was gone. I was cruising to that. I have been meaning to do an unboxing to this, but basically, as soon as I bought this album, I threw it on the record player here like I always do, and I played it, and it sounded amazing. There really wasn't a thought in my head of doing an unboxing, but, I figured, why not go over one of my favorite albums of 2022 and, give it kind of the respect and the appreciation it deserves. And maybe someone out there might be interested in this, might sway you a bit on maybe listening to these guys, because I tell you, they really are. Like I said, they're very underrated. So yeah, let's get right into it here. So as you can see, they have kind of their trademark, the orb, as seen on their debut cover. And, I do like the cover here. I mean, I do expect a little more. I like After the Disco's cover, obviously. I mean, just that painting. It looks like a painting almost. But compared to the After the Disco cover and the debut's cover, I mean, this is just kind of bland. It doesn't really make you want to buy it, but once you listen to the music, obviously it's like, holy shit, maybe there's something to this. But yeah, I mean, cover is just I mean, nothing special, right? As you can see, Broken Bells, Into the Blue. Got the little orb, like I said. So here's the back here. Again, nothing special, just a track list. Side A, side B here. Yeah, I mean, this is almost as plain as it could get, right? I mean, there's nothing special, but it doesn't really need to be anything special. I'm just happy that we have a new Broken Bells release that I can physically hold on to. And that was kind of the thing. As soon as this album was released, I believe I bought it a week or two after it was released on, this vinyl version, and I was kind of holding on to it, right? I'm like, oh my god, a new Broken Bells! It's been so long, 8 years, So yeah, nothing crazy. But let's check it out. This is a gatefold here. So let's see. Ooh, check that out, huh? Pretty sweet. You got some of the credits here. I'll see if I can squeeze that in there for you. It's a little tough. See, we're not in orbit yet. Into the blue. So just credits. Saturdays, all the credits on. There's even a sample. I didn't even know there was a sample used in that song. But yeah, I do like the gatefold here. Again, produced by Danger Mouse. More credits here in the bottom. No lyrics. That was really one of the big kind of takeaways. No lyrics at all here, but they are kind of straightforward. I mean, James Mercer's voice is a little muddled in the mix, a little muddy in the mix at points, but there's enough there where you can kind of make out what he's saying, I guess. But it would be nice to have a lyric sheet or something to be like, oh, go read along with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm picking on it too much, but yeah, I do like the gatefold here. Goes with the cover nicely. So yeah, moment of truth here. Let's check out the purple vinyl here, huh? Let's see it. Y'all ready? You ready? Are you? Let's see it here. Okay. Moment of truth. Purple vinyl. Ooh-wee. Check that out, huh? Look at that. That is beautiful. I love it. It goes with it. It's almost the color of the orb on the front cover there. As you can see, side A. If I can get it in there. And side B here. Broken Bells into the blue. Very nice. I love this vinyl. I really do. I love the color. As you can see, it kind of goes sort of, with that orb color. But it's perfect. It's a beautiful color. It really is perfect for the album. It fits it perfectly. I mean, and again, you get the little hype. You get the little hype sticker here. I don't know if it's upside down. Indie exclusive, opaque, purple vinyl. I keep the hype sticker, like I always say. I don't know why, like a fool, but I do. So yeah, this really was one of my top 5, easily top 10 albums of 2022 for me. I love this, just about every song. I'll go over the songs real quick here. Whole side A is, it's a little slow, but every song is chef's kiss, Into the Blue, We're Not in Orbit Yet, Invisible Exit, Love on the Run, all those. Love on the Run is a banger. We're Not in Orbit Yet, it's a banger. And Into the Blue. Invisible Exit, although it's like acoustic ballad, I love that track. Great first side there. Really love Into the Blue. Just 3 of those 4. I love all 4 tracks, but Into the Blue, We're Not in Orbit Yet, and Love on the Run. Those are like, man, those are all great songs to me. One Night is a banger. I love One Night. Saturday's obviously my favorite song on this album, one of my favorite Broken Bells songs. Forgotten Boy is a great song. Forgotten Boy. I don't think I did justice. Forgotten Boy. There you go. How about that? It's a banger. I love those first 3 on that side B are all just smashes to me. All great songs. One Night. I know bank revoke and your invitation revoke. One night. I love that song. Saturdays, obviously. Forgotten Boy, great. The Chase is great. It's one of those songs. Just like Fade Away. Fade Away was one song that I didn't really like on the album. To close it, I was like, man, I don't know if that's the right closer. And then I actually ran more to it and listened to the whole album while working out. And when you listen to every second, you're like, actually, fade away, or like however it goes, it's like that. It kind of does fit the album, and it does wrap it up nicely. So yeah, every song here I do love. I really do. And I am hoping that these guys, I'm hoping I can see them live here soon. I'm not sure if they're going to tour for this album. Like I said, there really wasn't a lot of hype for it. I'm not sure if a lot of people even knew a new Broken Bells album was coming, because there really wasn't a lot of reviews. But I really do hope that they tour for this album. I would love to see Broken Bells live. James Mercer, Danger Mouse. Are you kidding me? I was front of stage camera for the Shins at Red Rocks a couple months ago, and just seeing James Mercer like 10 feet away from me, I had a dumb smile on my face the whole show. And I think he was even wondering, like, why the fuck is this guy smiling so much? I'm like, dude, you're Broken Bells to me. Like, you're the voice of it. And I love Broken Bells. So, like I said, they're one of the most underrated bands in music today for me personally. I don't know if I could, like, rate where they're at in that, but, easily one of my favorites going, and every time, like, there's even, like, a little morsel of a track release, I'm like, Broken Bells? Like they're coming back? And, like, sometimes I forget about them, then I put on the debut, and as soon as you hear the high roll, that intro is just like, oh, yeah, you get goosebumps almost. I mean, that debut is a top 100 album for me. And already, I think this album, Into the Blue, is easily my top 250 all time already. That's how much I love this damn album. Every song for me, except for, like I said, except for Fade Away, maybe. But other than that, in terms of the whole album, Fade Away, it fits, and every other song here is a smash or a banger or a jam or a great song. So I can't complain with this album, and especially with this, as you've seen here, that purple vinyl. I can't complain at all. It's a great album. I'm very happy with the purchase. It was about $30 or so. If you haven't checked out Broken Bells already, you should definitely check them out. I'm sure you would know at least maybe a melody or something, maybe even a sound that you may have previously heard and may not have known that was Broken Bells. So yeah, just check them out. Check out Into the Blue by Broken Bells. Once again, one of my favorite albums of 2022. Definitely in my top 10. I think it's in my top 5 for sure. But yeah, thank you as always for watching. I appreciate you wherever you are. I'm hoping to have some more videos coming soon of some unboxings, even though, like I said, this really wasn't an unboxing because I had already listened to the album on vinyl. It sounds amazing, and I would highly recommend it. So yeah, thank you for watching as always, and I hope to see you guys soon in the next video. For Living Color, this is Matt Woodward. Take care, everybody.
Turn up your radio wherever you at. We about to bring it.